Hey YouTube, Sig220 Euro. Hey, just checking in with you. I was just out here, worked about 5 hours this afternoon. I tried to make heads or tails of this bed with my squash and cucumbers and everything in. Finally got the lower wire in. I got the upper wires in yesterday, and that was a pain in the butt. And then the bigger pain in the butt was trying to untangle all the cucumbers and everything else. In hindsight, I wished I would have tried to push through and get those wires and everything in back when the plants were tiny, because it made a real pain in the butt. I did go through and prune out a lot of dead stuff and cut out some other vines, just trying to thin everything out. But overall, you know, went pretty well. After I got done, I went through and gave everything a good drink, even though I'd watered it this morning after I did my weekly feed, just in case there's any kind of shock. Thought the water might help. And went through, and like I said, there's a lot of yellow, dead kind of looking leaves, stuff like that down in underneath. Trimmed a lot of that crap out. Tried to get the junk out. So anyways, tried getting a lot of the dead crap cut out of here. Got everything kind of trellised up. The squash and stuff, I don't know if I did that right or not. I didn't really know how to do it, so I tried doing it somewhat around the center of it, and then just kind of wrapped the whole outside of the bush. The zucchini I didn't do anything with. One, I just kind of ran out of time, and two, I really wasn't sure how to go about it. And being I'm starting to get some zucchini and stuff on it, I didn't want to break them off. You can see there, I got a pretty nice one coming on. Be ready probably to pick in a few days. There's a couple of those sunburst squash. That one's getting big, but a little bit bigger, I think. But you know, other than like the cucumbers, I'm not seeing a whole lot of stuff on yet. I've got, I think that's a watermelon. I've got one here, and you can see I kind of trained it up so it wouldn't be laying on the ground or down on the box. I saw something online somewhere. I'm going to try to see if my wife has some old pantyhose. I saw where somebody took and basically kind of cut the end off of the foot and slipped that up over, like for the melon, and then kind of tied it off to the support string, just to kind of give that some support, to kind of take some of the weight off the vine so it doesn't break. You can see I got another one there that's hanging rather high, so I'm gonna try to look at doing that, just to help kind of support those. But again, I think those are both watermelon, but I guess time will tell. Now that I'm looking at my potluck plant, I'm pretty sure that's another eggplant. I had planted a couple of those, so I do believe that's what that is. Which, as small as it is compared to my other eggplants, it might be kind of nice so I don't get everything all at once. This, I believe, is the pumpkin. This is the cantaloupe. I think both of these are, actually. So not seeing anything on there. Some flowers and stuff. I was kind of happy to see this morning there was some bumblebees and stuff out here flying around, so maybe they're more of a early day type of thing. So keep my fingers crossed. Hopefully that'll open with pollination, and I'm hoping by opening it up this way too, I'll give a little bit better chance to get pollinated when things aren't all down in a pile on the ground. I don't remember if I mentioned, but I'm thinking because these onions are doing so poorly, I might go ahead and other than those like 3 down there on the other side of the board and one here in the corner, I think I'm just going to pull those out and maybe put in a row of spinach and some lettuce or something along those lines. I did pull out one of the small onions that was up here in the corner, and the little bulb that was on it was about the size of a head on a Q-tip, so not too promising. And like I said, I think the place I bought them, I should have known better. The onions looked really bad. They were really dried out, almost looked dead. We think they pretty much were, and that's kind of the consequences here. Even the Mittleider can't save something that far gone. So I was kind of mad yesterday. I don't think I mentioned this, but when I was working on putting my wires up, I dropped a pair of my pliers and broke half that bush off. So luckily it wasn't the one that had the pepper on it. So anyways, you can see it looks like my tomatoes are starting to load up here, and you know, this was kind of the trimming I gave them yesterday to really open things up. Really amazed at the size of the stalks on some of these, but you can really see here how many tomatoes are starting to come in, kind of loading up on the plants. And then over here on all those cherry tomatoes, you can see just how many are all over there. So, well, looks like maybe you got another ripe one coming on there. Check it out after I get done with this. So, anyways, nothing looks like they're turning yet, but maybe that's a good thing. I believe most of these tomatoes, like this one here, if you can see, that's a big boy there. This one here, the tag here, these are supposed to be beef master. I believe most of the varieties I got are supposed to be larger. So we'll have to kind of see. Kind of amazing. I never had ones get all like these kind of clumps of them. When I've done tomatoes in years gone by, it's always been like onesie twosies here and there. Never these kind of big thick groups of them. Kind of remind me of how you buy them sometimes at the store. Cauliflower, the one larger one, I did notice it looks like it's, I don't know if it's starting to do a head. It's kind of getting like a, in the center of it, like a little pocket. It's kind of closing up. So I'm hoping inside of that the head's starting to grow. But please subscribe and like, and appreciate any comments. Have a good day.